Hi guys, BaDaBooM here. Today I'm going to show you how to make gaming videos for YouTube. Part 1. Shadowplay or Fraps. It is not by any means the easiest or fastest way, but this is how I make my videos. First off, you need to decide what you want to use for capturing your gameplay. If you are on console, you will need something like the Elgato Game Capture HD. High definition quality is something that cannot be skimped on, as the competition is tough out there. The only way you will get somewhere is by uploading the best content that you can. If you need more information on the game capture devices and procedures for console, there are plenty of YouTube videos out there for that. Part 1 is more focused on PC footage capture. But once you have the captured footage, you can go to part 2, where I will show you how to edit and compose the project. First off, I started with using NVIDIA Shadowplay to capture my gameplay. There are pros and cons to using Shadowplay, which I will explain to you. Let me show you how to install the Shadowplay feature, which is free. It's part of NVIDIA's driver installation. So my drivers are outdated at this point in time. Let me show you how to install the Shadowplay feature. As you will see, I have an update available here for GeForce Experience. It is part of the GeForce Experience. I have downloaded the update, which is over here. So let me quickly run through the installation here. Let it extract the files. Let's start with the pros of using Shadowplay. It's free. I mean, who doesn't like anything that's free? It's the best part about it. The file size for Shadowplay's recordings are very small compared to Fraps, and you can also record your desktop with some of the latest versions of NVIDIA's driver, not just in-game gameplay. Another advantage to using Shadowplay is if you forgot to record your gameplay and missed that awesome moment or match, you can let Shadowplay save up to your last 20 minutes of gameplay. There is a very little performance drop in using Shadowplay. NVIDIA claims 5 to 10% frame rate drop. I haven't run any benchmarks to verify this myself. I might do this sometime in the future in an upcoming video. So if we go to advanced, we can perform a clean installation, which I will do. The Shadowplay is part of the GeForce Experience. If you do not install the GeForce Experience, you will not be able to use Shadowplay. Let me quickly go ahead and install here. Okay, the driver has installed. Unfortunately, my recording software stopped working, but it has updated. So if we go to the NVIDIA GeForce Experience, you will see you've got preferences and Shadowplay, but it's not activated yet. So first what you need to do, you click on Shadowplay on top here and you enable Shadowplay. So you can set your modes for manual or Shadowplay, which saves the last. Here it says 5 minutes, but you can adjust it from 1 minute all the way up to 20 minutes. So that's the longest time it can do. Quality is high. Audio is in-game, or you can choose in-game and microphone or off. This is the folder where it will capture all of your things. And once Shadowplay has been switched on, you have an in-game FPS counter, so you can put that at the bottom here. It'll show you your in-game FPS. Status indicator, that'll show you whether you are busy recording or not, and this is basically if you press Alt F10, it'll save that last 20 minutes I told you about, and Alt F9 will do a manual recording until you quit the game, or until you press Alt F9 again, it will stop the recording. So those are the settings for Shadowplay. The Fraps installation it's very simple to install Fraps. Once you have Fraps installed, I basically set it to start with Windows. So start Frap minimized, run when Windows starts. You also have a FPS counter with Fraps, so it doesn't matter if you're using Shadowplay or Fraps, you'll always have that in-game FPS counter. You'll move across here to the movie section. You'll specify where you'd like to save the videos. Default setting I believe is half size. My screen's full HD, so I set it to full size, so I get full HD, and I set it to 60 frames per second, and that's it. It's a bit more basic interface than Shadowplay. So let's move across and quickly show you how to install Handbrake. Handbrake you will need to use to convert the Shadowplay recording to a constant frame per second, otherwise it's gonna make a mess in your video editing software. Okay, Handbrake is installed. Let me show you how to convert your footage to a constant frame per second for video editing. Click on source, open a single video file. We'll open the Shadowplay one, which is variable. We'll then select a destination and we'll just call this constant FPS, and we'll leave this default. Filters will leave default. Our video we will say H264. Here you can select your quality. The more you move it to the right, the better the quality is, but the longer it'll take to convert this and the larger the file size will be. We will basically, I use 60 frames per second, so I'll select 60 frames. If you use 30, you'll select 30. And the important part is that you select constant frame rate. That's what we want to achieve. And then you just click on start and wait for it to finish. Like I said, it could take a couple of minutes to finish this. If you look at the file size difference here, the Shadowplay was running for 11 minutes 20 seconds and it's run about 4 gig. The Fraps recording was 7 seconds shorter and 45, almost 46 gigs, which is 12 times as large. Let me demonstrate to you in HitFilm the difference between constant and variable bit rates or frames per second. So here I'm going to import the Fraps gameplay, and if we start playing from the beginning, everything's good.
Something's moving in this room.
If we move here towards the end, because it's Fraps, everything is still good. The gunshots are in sync with all the gun shooting. So that's all good, that's constant. And now I'm gonna open the Shadowplay recording.
Open the door, I'll cover you.
As you see, in the beginning of the recording, everything's in sync, all's good and well. If we move across to the last bit of gameplay, about 10-11 minutes in, you will see now and you'll hear that the audio of the gun shooting is completely out of sync. Check back next week for part 2, which will discuss 2 video editing softwares. The one is HitFilm 3 Express, which is free, and the other one is Sony Vegas. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.